I believe the play is principally about asking the question, is torture ever justified? And also it asks the audience, what would you do in the same situation? I believe those questions are in there.
Well, for me, it's about communion together, camaraderie and paranoia, and end up paranoia takes over everything.
You know, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide, you're constantly in view of everyone else and vice versa. So, you know, you can't hide, you can't sit away in a corner and get a minute's peace to yourself. You're constantly in the presence of somebody else, you know, so it's you're constantly thinking, what are they up to, and they're constantly thinking, what are you up to, you know, throughout. It's a very claustrophobic feeling, Dave.
Because one line could mean that you're a tout, or that you could be killed, and you could not even mean it. And just the way you say it, the tension you play could completely, somebody could take that completely differently and end up killing you, if you get me. So
you've 5 guys who are basically caged up and have to survive as best they can in what's really a bleak and kind of horrendous set of circumstances.
It's not the end of the world. Come on,
get the fucking talk.
Sit down or I'll rip the head of your fucking shoulders.
The piece could be set in any prison, anywhere. And the thing about that, they're all comrades together. And what happens in that journey, exploring the relationships, the confinement, and the induced paranoia and all the rest, you know, could happen in Guantanamo Bay, could happen in any prison society, any.
Well, it's a fictional story in a factual setting. You know, the play itself and those questions have a global significance or a global ring to them. You know,
there will be that understand from the audience of that the thing is not just about Northern Ireland, it's not just about Belfast and the burning of Long Kesh. That's like a backdrop that you need to put the story in.
It is quite graphic, so sometimes people are taken aback by it. We've had it now where it's been in Glasgow, and at one stage one of the members of the audience stood up and started shaking the cage and roaring because he was so affected by it.
As soon as the lights come up and you're in the space, you see the whites of their eyes basically, and they see you. So it's almost like a face-off between the audience and yourself as to who's going to sort of give on first.
I had some sort of bother here, Padre.
What did the Brits want with you yesterday?
Nothing. They just want
I think my favourite character is Barry. You know, watching him develop and watching his journey through the whole piece is really nice.
But audiences have loved it. They've sat there and been gripped right from the start. I think from the kind of theatre setting that they have, sitting around the cage, to then the slow build up of tension, and then more tension and more tension until it comes this crescendo that they really feel part of it. I think they're drawn into the cage almost as well. You know,
there's always new layers to be uncovered, which is great. And there's, you know, it seems to be there's no end to it. There's always something new to discover. And I think that's important, and I think that's what keeps it fresh, and that's what keeps it going, and that's what keeps an audience interested.
According to this, there are renegades working for British intelligence in here. And their plan is to poison key men. And your name is on the list. The only one in this cage. You're an important man, Lucas. They call themselves the IFF, the Irish Freedom Fighters. Some fucking joke. They're all touts. Seems they've been operating on the outside, killing Catholics, setting up volunteers, giving up weapons and dumps. Now, I've been ordered to conduct a thorough investigation. I've got GHQ authority to do what I think is necessary, but I need help.
Sounds wired to me. How did GHQ learn about this? Have they got names, suspects, plans?
Jesus, Lucas, give
Well,
me a
how do
chance.
you expect that they figure it all
I
out?
don't know, let me think about it. It's a typical Brit fucking tactic. The minute we're disorganised, the minute there's confusion, they insert the assassins. They never miss a trick.
Don't get carried away, D. Where did the message come from?
Cage 6.
Cage fucking 6? And where did they get it from? Are they receiving visits from outside? Carrier pigeons? Have they turned the screw?
Look, they're well got in Cage 6, Lucas. Ex-brigadiers, flight lieutenants, rear admirals, generals, the lot. If it's got stripes, then Cage 6 has got it. But whatever they say, then you can take it as gospel. Now, can you think of anyone who's dodgy in here? A potential tout or agent?
Someone with a grudge against the movement.
There's one wee flaw in all this, Dee. What makes you think that I'm not one of them? Why trust you?
Because you know the score, Lucas. You've been round a few corners.
Don't really believe all that nonsense, all the myths. I could rape and butcher a busload of toddlers, and if I was accused, I'd say I didn't do it. I swear on the flag of the Republic that I'm innocent of all charges. And do you know what you'd do, Dee? You'd say I believe him. I swore on the flag. Jesus.
Ah, Lucas, I know you're a communist and you're always stirring things up for a bit of fun, but let it go for now. Will you help me?